Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm Serious JG. I have done a little bit more off-screening, playing as Trevor. Switched to Franklin for ease of saving the game, but I've been playing a bit as Trevor, and to be perfectly honest with you, uh, yeah, it was more of that off-screen I mentioned where I have like a bourbon and coke and off-screen, including a bit on New Year's Eve. I'm actually recording this video on New Year's Day. I'm talking about this way too much in this series, but yeah, like one of my New Year's resolutions is to lose weight. I sort of do that. It's a cyclical thing. I've lost quite a bit of weight in the last couple of years and put it all back. And one of those like yo-yos, take it off, put it back. But mostly it's my other big health concern that is not about my body weight. Will get in the way. Like I'll stop dieting and exercising if I'm going through treatments, for example, because it just like I can't deal with too many. I'll let this slide. I can't do everything at once. But like assuming where was I going with this? Yeah, one of my New Year's resolutions is to get back because like right now everything seems to be good with that other big health concern. So I try to lose weight and bourbon and coke on a weekend evening doesn't really help. So I think we're done with me doing lots of off screening. But as you can see, like Michael in particular, and to a lesser degree Franklin, with that strength score of Franklin right in the middle really makes it a visual difference. But yeah, Michael's become like Mr. Perfect. His driving is his lung capacity is only slightly above average, and his driving is everything else is like near perfect. His strength is near perfect. Um, so Trevor was noticeably behind. Yeah, Franklin's problem is where I was getting everyone their strength was by playing tennis. Like I just got off screen, finished having Trevor play tennis with Amanda, which involved a lot of weird. Like we jump right to Amanda's not afraid of Trevor. Like she's making fun of his body order, telling him he's on drugs. Like you get the impression this was the relationship they used to have. She doesn't seem afraid of him the way that maybe she should be at this point. But Franklin, I don't think gets to play tennis, so he's a little bit behind on strength. But he's the only one whose driving score is maxed out because this is a pain in the butt to max out, and I think he got big boosts by participating in those races, possibly. But anyway, let's switch over to Trevor because he will be driving around because like I actually was wrapping up something with him.
Where's it say no tug jobs under the table?
Oh. Well, okay, the car that I had him in just like seconds ago is still here, which is nice, I guess. As you can see, I bought him a suit. Although I can't get a tie. Doesn't seem like anybody wears ties in this game. I can't get Michael to wear a tie either, now that I'm thinking about it. But, alright, so you can start the plot line with the FIB. There's a Michael mission. Franklin doesn't seem to have anything going on story-wise. Although I came across there's a stranger for Franklin, way out of town, way far away from where he would normally be. And I kind of remember what this storyline is with Trevor. I don't remember what is really going on with these other missions. I'm trying to think what I feel like playing. Excuse me. We haven't actually had Trevor meet Franklin yet. Let's do this story mission that's here for Trevor. Because I don't have to worry about it because I'm not playing it off screen, but while I was off screening, I did some of it up in the far north here with Trevor because it was annoying. Like his safe house down here, I don't want to accidentally trigger a mission. So when I was off screening, obviously that was going to be an issue. Now, let's just get it done. This is kind of Trevor's Station X radio. It feels like his station, like rage rock. Although this song doesn't feel that ragey. It's the calm. Yeah, he's driving a nice car. He's wearing a nice suit. Trevor Phillips Industries really classing up its act here. I'm not gonna. All right. That was. I love when our protagonists angrily yell at the other driver in situations where I clearly just blew right through a red light. Like, you know, I'm GTA driving. You don't pay any attention to traffic laws. There's no way to look at that accident as being the fault of the NPC. Similar here. Guy calls me a puto. Yeah, I hit his car while he was parked. Is this on? Yeah, like I think I was planning on advancing the Michael FIB storyline, but now just on a whim, we're doing Trevor's mission. I do feel like he's the character we spent the least time with recently is Franklin, but there was a big story scene in which I made fun of a lot, where Michael's like, Franklin, come meet me in the middle of the night, out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm going to tell you that I'm in terrible trouble and that there's huge danger and you should stay away. It's like, yeah, dog, I got your back, dog. I don't need to know exactly what's going on to be promised any specific reward, dog. Thanks, Franklin, you're a good kid. Like, that's kind of how it all went. And, but it's still, like, Franklin won't be driving the story for quite a while. Spoiler, sort of, at the very, very, very end, there's a ham-fisted effort to make the big final choice fall into Franklin's hands. But the ending of this game, I kind of hate the way this game ends. The game gives you like a threefold branching path ending, but there's one ending which is obviously the correct real path that you're supposed to choose, and the other two are both like just terrible bad ends that you can also get. And it all comes down to one very last mission. It's rotten, and the person who has to make this choice, where there is no choice, it's a stupid fake choice, where you can choose to, like, you know, choose to side with the villain at the end, who's taking over the universe with evil black magic, and you can choose at the very end to be his, like, insert false watching, like he is familiar with that type of end in a JRPG. Yeah, you get one of those, and it's Franklin who has to make the choice. But we're a long way away from that happening. But it's kind of ironic, because up until that point, Franklin is really almost every mission. Like, there's a little bit, there's some exception, but pretty much all of the main story is about... Man, cars are despawning fast. I noticed this when I was goofing around the other night. Like, I would leave a car, get in another car, and move it out of the parking space, and the car that, like, they despawn really fast. This is a piece of shit car. You know what? No, I'm not saving it. But I wanted to confirm, because I had to look it up. Yeah, you can save a car in this garage. If you park it here, it is saved. And his truck will just appear here, whether you save it or not. Which is a neat little innovation where each character does have at least one owned vehicle, which will always appear. You can destroy it in a mission, and it will still spawn. It means you always have a car. You don't have to worry about never having a car. But yeah, like, there's two different times where, like, in my off-screening, it might still happen because I didn't get to save, but we had a transfer to Trevor where he threw a member of the Lost off of a bridge and said, like, I'm sorry, we don't have time to get into the real meaning behind your racism or something like that. But that left me with the Lost van, which was like, oh, that's cool. I'll try to save it, and then it disappeared. See, I think that's like the kind of car. It's not the one I had. It's just the same general type of.
Trust me, you don't want a carpool with me.
Fancy scenario.
Fucker. Good Lord above.
Fucker, good Lord above. I like the idea of trying to roleplay Trevor as a respectable businessman who just happens to have like this weird tattoo of his throat being slit. All right.
And Trevor is Trevor is a
Trevor is a what?
Trevor is a good guy. He's like family. Got a kid, ain't he, Floyd? That's it, right? Yes, Trevor. but the thing is, I ain't been with that many women. I don't find it easy, and
Piss
and
balls are
Deborah,
ahead.
we're getting married, so.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
But I'm scared that she's gonna leave me. I mean, this is her place, and the fornicating. There's Mr. Raspberry Jam.
Whoa. Whoa. Now, Mr. Raspberry Jam, he died a noble death, bringing great joy to a lonely man.
I ain't
Okay.
got a very big penis. Some girls laugh when they look at it.
That's a weird scene.
Show me,
No,
boy!
I don't want to.
Mine ain't nothing special, but this boy gets the job done. All right? Now, Wade here says that you work at the dock.
We really haven't spent that much time with this character. I feel like we're already supposed to know who he is.
Put your Johnson away, sir.
Gee.
Yes, I work at the docks.
And? Anything interesting there for a man like me?
You mean a
I mean,
guy who
I
rapes
don't
teddy
know.
bears to death?
Rightly no. What kind of person are you?
I'm that kind of person, Floyd. I am that kind of person. Now, let's get you, Wade, and that little tormentor down there. Put these on. We are going for a ride. Gentlemen, the gateway to America awaits.
Chinese, British.
Run. We got an inside man at the port of LS.
Oh, well, there goes that cot. Well, I mean, it's in my closet. I can get it back, but. And he just hangs up on his friend. Trevor is not a good person to be friends with, although as we'll see gradually. The problem is he has, like, Wade and Ron, he does not, they're lackeys, I guess? Employees of Trevor Phillips Industries? Boy, I don't remember spending as much money as I seem to have spent off screen. Trevor's, like, broke. But yeah, he kind of treats Michael in a very different way, like looks at him as being an equal. That is not how he seems to think of Wade or Ron. All right, so we're going to Pier 400. I didn't get to save. We just got shuttled right into a mission.
Come on then, Floyd. What you got for me?
Like I said, I don't rightly know.
All right, so yeah, I got to stop pausing and constantly prattling on, but yeah, so Floyd is Ron's cousin, or Wade. No, Ron is the guy with the sort of tinfoil hat kind of deal. Wade is the weird juggalo, and Floyd is his cousin. So we invade Floyd's life, and he's afraid of us and intimidated because we're basically an evil psychopath. So he doesn't try to stop us. There are, various films made over the years about, like, what if just a really dangerous, unstable person just jumps into your life and won't get out? But where was I going? Yeah, like, I think they're trying to do a lot of humor with it, but it just kind of happened. Like, if you play a lot of Trevor stuff in a row, like, you get a sense of what's going on. But if you just skip away from Trevor and play as Franklin and Michael for a while, then you just come back and you're like, wait, what the hell's supposed to be going on with this guy?
Be more exact in your questioning, sir.
We're looking for something to steal.
Sir, I stole a pencil in elementary school, and I've been regretting it ever since.
Every
Bud,
single
all I
day,
can
actively.
Bud. Look, sir, please, just tell me what you want, and I'll do my utmost to assist you in finding it.
Here's the problem.
He wants
I
to
don't
steal
know
something. He's looking
what
for you
I
to tell him what kind of
It's
freight
written
is worth
down,
stealing.
Like pornography or a perfect turd. I can't quite describe it, but I'll know it when I see it.
You ain't aiding my comprehension.
All right. Well, how's this?
Floyd being pretty direct with Trevor here.
$36 billion worth of cargo.
Yeah.
Right now, came through the port of Los Santos last year.
He's real good with numbers.
I don't want to hijack a truck full of pineapples, Floyd.
You mean
need
grenades?
to give us the inside track on what's coming through.
We don't know what's in the containers. They certainly don't put price tags on them.
Have you noticed anything? Anything different? Anything that might indicate something?
Well, there's been all these Merryweather folks hanging around.
Okay.
Merryweather Security Consulting. Private army to the New World Order.
My butt's gone
The
numb.
folks waging outsourced shadow war.
Is Wade supposed to be participating in the conversation?
Clear to operate on U.S. soil.
That,
Flying piece of shit.
sounds like them.
So there's a private
Stop interrupting our
coalition
dialogue with your crashes, sir.
This one freighter, I guess now that you mention it, it ain't quite right.
A freighter. Perfect. Can I get on board?
No, they won't let you anywhere near it. They're kind of assholes about it, actually. The other day, my colleague, Ralph...
I don't give a shit about Ralph.
They murdered him, sir. In a way that would give you a massive clue as to what they're hiding. But I guess I won't tell you about it.
They got boats coming... You can operate this vehicle? Coming in and out.
Vehicle?
I heard they was testing something.
All right. We'll take a look at that as well.
Thank you. I really appreciate the help that you've provided. I'd like to be your friend.
Go
Hey.
park and get the dispatch.
Yep, will do.
Go park and get the dispatch. Come on,
Uh-huh.
shift's about to start.
He's okay with he's just making fun of someone giving him regular real world job directions. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say something and I just kind of suddenly got really tired. You'll notice that the load screen, which you've seen a couple of times, usually when I get killed or want to load a game, does feature us holding a gun and dressed like this. So this
Check in.
iconic moment in the game coming.
This can go real wrong, real quick.
He just looks so
We got a
grumpy.
waste spillage and I got a slot on the cleanup crew.
There is nothing that Wade here ain't gonna do for a warm meal.
Hope you got a strong stomach, son. Get in there.
Okay. So
You didn't take
Floyd
me to see
is
this freighter?
Yeah, it's over here.
Floyd is
Helicopters
cleaning
coming in and
waste,
outta
and
here,
we're
all
just
those
hanging
big
out,
sky
doing whatever we
crane
feel
things
like.
that can Pick up a whole container.
Now this is restricted airspace. They won't let anything out of here without clearance.
Okay.
Shoot it down if they have to.
So how's a man in a hurry supposed to get in and out of this place?
Well, we got a port that stretched to 50 feet.
You know, what's the Coast Guard response like?
Well, they got cutters, 45-foot response vessels, air support. You're not gonna move much faster than them.
I have put a lot of thought into how to do a Coast Guard-based robbery, sir.
Across the Miriam Turner overpass.
I just said they have the water surface real covered.
Okay.
That is the freighter I told you about.
Yeah, Floyd actually providing a lot of useful information on this theft that we're trying to
know
plan.
what's in the containers.
But
But these are marked military. Government.
anything weird about that?
The government stuff is hot freight. Pulls up, goes right through. This stuff's just been sitting here.
You are beginning to arouse my curiosity.
By curiosity, I mean
Weather guys at 2 o'clock.
sexual curiosity.
They're giving Forrest a hard time, all right.
2 o'clock.
You! We need 2 guys on the handler. Couple of containers and Baby gotta be brought up to F. That ain't a question. Get on it. Now!
So Merryweather is basically Blackwater.
Up here, okay?
Or if you prefer Wagner, the Russian crazy ass.
How about I run that prick over in this thing?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to scope the place. We don't get the containers, they're gonna check your card.
Position the container.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
You're always nervous. Relax.
Not always, sir. Just around you. And it's just
Right.
Cousin Wade's on his own. He better hold it together. Stick to the story.
You'll be fine. Boy's on a waste clearance crew. He's never happier than when he's neck deep in shit.
They're gonna check us.
What is this character trait where Wade likes being neck deep in shit? Well, it seems like
It's those
nothing
containers.
nothing
Baby.
causes Zerfall and Bobo, but mostly Zerfall, to start IMing me like me recording. Like, I never bother to mute stuff before I start recording,
I'm gonna lose my job.
because rarely, if ever, when I'm about to start recording, is there suddenly stuff popping off in a chat. But all right, so
And attach it. Okay, we got it. Let's take her down to Bay F.
I know why they call them handlers, because they handle like a dream.
This ain't a toy, sir. It's heavy machinery.
Thank fuck I'm high as a kite.
You should not be operating this vehicle while under the influence.
I'll operate you under the influence if you're not careful.
what does that even mean? Anyway, this mission is kind of legendary, or at least in my I might be overstating it a bit. I feel like within the fan community, this mission is well remembered as being one that's like boring as fuck. Like, why? Rockstar does this a lot. Like, introduce a game mechanic of, like, you know, a freight handler, and then there's no other point in the game where we use it. It's like there's no other point where we need to do.
You happy? Now I'll get the other one for you. Me, anyway. I'm gonna need a better view of that freighter.
I'm sorry, but this is as close as you going to get.
Nah. I need to take some pictures. Send them to my guy, Ron. I'll need a proper view.
There's the cranes, but...
Cranes! Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Why did I mention that? Oh, well, we'll have to accompany him on a boring-ass crane minigame. But yeah, all of this freight movement we're doing is in order to avoid having one check our identification. I don't know how precise you have to be with this. Like, obviously,
Clap it on now.
we're obviously crooked here. It doesn't matter.
You have to suck to get this job. Being a stevedore used to be back-breaking work. Now you're paid brain surgeon bucks to push an oversized shopping cart.
Yeah, kind of
I
true.
did not fellatiate no one to get this job. Deborah's old friends with the... Well, with the...
With the say no more. You didn't fillet no one, but darling Debbie probably did. She probably enjoyed it.
No, sir, I just eat her out. I mean, wait, why is JG getting all filthy? Game's already filthy enough. Alright, so good enough. Let's drop it right between what are clearly two separate slots.
Okay, it's up to the top of the crane for me.
Let's go leave this thing parked here. I assume you guys just park these anywhere with the... You don't have to, like, you know, sign them in or out or anything like that. There's just cranes hanging around the facility. You just take them over and use them. And well, that wasn't a crane. That was a handler. This would be a crane. Now for the real challenge. Figuring out how to climb a ladder. And by the time I was done saying it, some games you have to press an action button. Remember this being a real problem at a couple points in GTA 4. In this one, you just press the directional button towards the ladder.
Hey, there ain't time to admire the view. I've been waiting on a crane driver nearly an hour.
I'm not permitted to drive cranes, buddy.
I just like to climb
You
them.
need me to get your union rep up here right now? Sooner you get in the cab, sooner we can get out of here.
This is on you.
Get up on this walkway, climb down the ladder, and go into the cabin.
So he's just here to basically explain, because I guess what they did is they've made it, I'm guessing, a fairly realistic crane. But that's not something the average schmo like me knows how to operate, so he exists for that purpose. Alright, so we can move the cabin, we can change the view.
First, you gotta line up the cabin over the container. There's some lights on the spreader that should help with alignment. Looks like you're in line. Looks good to me. Grab onto it. It's hooked up, so lift it high enough to clear that container stack and move it to the other end. Take us to the other end. Bay number 5.
I will continue to tell you how to do this job, even though I believe you already know how to do it. I mean, we did tell him we're not authorized to use a crane, and he's just like, I don't care. So why isn't he doing it now that I think...
That's the truck. Ease her onto it.
Ease
You want to
him a
line
bit.
it up with the frame of the truck.
Uh-huh.
Truck is clear to go.
Yep.
Signalman and crane driver working together. Now let's do the same thing again.
For some
Back
reason.
down to the other end.
Yes, it seems a really
Get
boring
in
job.
position over the second container in Bay 1.
Sorry, the controls change when you change direction. Yeah, okay, wait, now I'm heading up this... Okay. Luckily the guy's being very patient with us as we... Damn it. Okay, this is L button from over here. I guess we'll just finish this, or maybe we'll start the next video in mid the excitement that is crane operation. But yeah, this whole mission is just I mean, in the story, yeah, Trevor is trying to set up this robbery which will be important to the story. But for now, it's just like
Union thinks you'll get eye strain if you work any longer. Have a break.
I'm shouting that from really far away.
You, huh? I'm gonna take some photos for the kids.
Alright, so we have to find a vantage point. It is still possible to fail. It's I'm sure, I feel like at least once I remember accidentally falling to my death off of the crane doing this mission. But it is a very silly mission, and I'm glad that we are done with this video. When we come back next time, we will jump right back into this silly little mission. It is, I think, like one of the most memorably silly missions in all of GTA, because it's not in the least challenging. There's no like time limit. There's no pressure. You just occasionally you have Floyd telling you, "We're gonna get checked," but like I don't think you can fail other than, like I said, you know, if you just topple off the top of the crane and fall to your death. There's really not a whole lot of ways to mess this up. We'll see. Now that I've said that, is that like a challenge to the Cosmos? And I'll find some way to screw up next time. Guess tune in and find out. Bye bye.